Today's card of the day is the Omenkeel. 1 and up blue for a legendary artifact vehicle with whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play lands from among them as long as they remained exiled. Crew 133. I was gonna do the flip side of this, which is Cosmic out of Voyage, but majorly the reason why I play the Omenkeel is probably for the Omenkeel, right? Like it's kind of weird that there's a guy on the other side. I've never actually played cosima, but the Omenkeel, when I have played it, it's just been wonders. Usually I play it in higher metas, higher pod metas, where like I have an Armageddon backup win con, where this can basically just ramp me after an Armageddon. This card is pretty sweet. It's very helpful in that case. Also, it helps you with ramp. A lot of times people won't have creatures out early, and also this is a stronger creature early because if you're playing high level metas, they're probably gonna have more hate bears than they have like strong, thick, big, beefy boys. So the 3/3 can definitely smash in and get like that juice out of them. That is the lands. I'm making it sound a little more weird than it should be, but this card has done wonders. And the fact that when you notice it says whenever a vehicle you control deals combination to a player, they exile that many based on the damage you've done, gets kind of crazy, right? Like you end up putting like Smuggler's Copter in here, and all of a sudden you're exiling 6 cards at the top of their library, like nothing. It becomes pretty crazy, Domingo. I think it fits best in decks that have either 3 CMC commanders or one, where of course there's only like one, like it's like Rise or something like that. There's a few of them, right? But like to be honest, like I mean, not even playing Rice at this, right? It's blue, but there's just so few commanders that you want to play at one. I think most of the time you want to play at commanders at 3 or 2. That way you can get them out or get this out first and immediately come out swinging. And I think that's the great part about vehicles. Also, it's a little hard to be hit with removal, which can be pretty annoying for some people because you will exile a lot of combo pieces. I noticed a lot of combo pieces get exiled when I play this, and it feels good. It's actually kind of funny too because you're like, oh, it's just a vehicle. No one's gonna really care about it. But this is one of those vehicles that are just like a nuisance. Like you're kind of scared when it hits. When you see what it hits, it's like, oh crap, I can never get it back. And also, it's like, oh, this guy is just ripping lands off the top of my deck. I can't get the lands I need, but also the lands that I need, he's got them. Like, and they're not gonna get them back until like the game is over because it's just they remain exiled until you play them, which is weird because it's in blue. It's I think notoriously a red or black ability. Maybe it's just a whole like blue black red thing. But yeah, this card is sweet. I think it could. I think it's played. I think in almost all metas. So from high power CEDH to low power, mostly it's played in decks like Lavinia, where they have the whole Armageddon plan, which I do have a Lavinia deck. But also, just like if you play in lower power metas, the slower the meta, the better this is because you want to be getting in there for a lot of lands. And not being able to play your lands just, of course, means you have more lands at hand and thus more cards that aren't being used and thus the more options. So that's like the card advantage of this card. Yeah, this card is sweet. This is definitely a sweet card, which is interesting too because I would have never thought like this sort of card becomes as strong as it is, but because it's a crew one, it acts very similarly to Smuggler's Copter. And for those of you who don't know what Smuggler's Copter does, it's essentially just like this, where you just loot. It was noted as the looter scooter when it first came out, and this is so close where you don't really care that it's not like just looting you. You care more about the fact that it's like card draw. It's like kind of strict card draw when you hit it. Like it's 3 cards deep when you hit it with just the Omenkeel. And most of the time, like if you're playing in any high power and lower, like if you're gonna have few lands, people tend to prop up their decks a lot more lands than they do with like rocks and ramp. This becomes more effective. But even at higher powers, like you hit a land, like they're half their deck is gone, right? Or I guess a third of their deck is gone, right? Because they play really low land counts compared to lower power metas. Yeah, this card is sweet. When you do hit it, it feels good. It comes down early. You need literally 1 power in your commander. Commanders that count on 3 and 2 can get a lot of value out of this, and keep the value for later. Like it's essentially like they're in your hand. So that's really neat. Anyways, what do you guys think about this card? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love it, hate it. Would you play it? Have you played it? Will you play it again? Have you played Cosma? I haven't. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Also, what about the art? I think the art was really nice looking. Isn't this No, I was gonna say this is Zendikar. This is probably just like the Aurora Borealis in Kaldheim, I expect. I know Cosma has that weird glow to her that I see in the background. Maybe it's that. Anyways, peace out, guys.